This is a short introduction to TweetyPants. TweetyPants is a quick web application-y sort of thing built with QueryPath, OpenAmplify, and Twitter's XML API. And the basic idea is you type in a Twitter user's name, and TweetyPants will analyze that user's most recent tweets and give you some information about, roughly how smart this person is, what this person's writing style is like. So let's take a look here. We'll take a look at the query path user. Now it searches Twitter for the most recent dozen or so tweets and then sends these tweets all to OpenAmplify, which does a semantic analysis of them and returns all of this. And query path is basically the driving agent behind all of this. As we can see, the user scored fairly high in style, scored a 0 in chisel, and a 4 in smarts. What does this mean? Well, style measures what OpenAmplify calls flamboyance. This is roughly it takes into account the structure and length of sentences and the vocabulary the user uses, and the higher the style rating, the more complex the sentences, the more flamboyant the sentences are. Chisel is slang, and roughly a 10.0 on the slang scale would be every other word is a slang word. Apparently, this particular user rarely uses slang. And finally, smarts is basically the education level. You could look at it as the education level that the user is writing as. So this would typically reflect the audience that the user is writing to. And of course, this is going to be difficult to convey in 140 characters, so don't take this too seriously. But what we see here, 4.0, is reflective of roughly a high school level education, and it goes from elementary up to postdoctoral or doctoral level education. Now down here at the bottom, we can see something that looks sort of like a tag cloud. What this is a list of things that this particular Twitter user has been talking about a lot recently, and they're ordered by the frequency with which the user talks about them. Now the color coding, as the legend indicates down here, indicates to us roughly the disposition that the user takes toward these things. So anything that's green is something that appears from the text to be something that the user likes. Blue is something where the user appears to be neutral about them, and red are things that the user has taken a negative disposition to, or something that the tweets indicate have some negativity in them. And so we can get a glimpse here for what this user is writing about and how they feel about this sort of thing. So I'll quickly run one more example here so that you can see this tool in action once more, and then you can head out to TweetyPants.com and try it yourself. See, here's another user's scores. We notice that a lot more slang on this one, a little less style, and a completely different list of things that this user talks about. So there you have it. QueryPath plus OpenAmplify and the Twitter XML API built a very simple, fun, and probably not at all useful tool. Head out to TweetyPants.com and try it out.